Good afternoon. I'm William Colvin, and I'm your Communications Manager here at Sony Music Australia. Unfortunately, I can't be in the office today, as I'm currently in Europe working on the Sony media coverage of Eurovision. Today, I would like to give you a brief overview of my position as Communications Manager and give you some insight into what the role entails and why this is such an integral position within the business. Before we start looking at why the role of Communications Manager is so important, let me give you a very brief overview of the role. Essentially, I'm responsible for managing and monitoring all matter of company communications, be they internal or external, including press releases, training staff who are new to the communications team and ensuring that they apply as much care and detail as they possibly can to the tasks that they're given, and managing our many social media platforms, in particular Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, which are our three most followed accounts. The real meat and potatoes of this presentation is to understand why we do what we do and why it is necessary. At the very core of maintaining a business, how effectively you can deal with your staff, your clientele, and even your competitors is determined by how well you can communicate. I always tell my staff that good communication is something that ensures a business is able to survive, but effective communication is what ensures a business can thrive, and that is what being a communications manager is all about. Effective communication is ensuring that what you say isn't only heard, but is understood. It's about taking the time not to thoroughly explain everything in depth, but to simplify everything so that you don't have to. For an industry-leading business such as our own, it is essential that we maintain our high standard of communication and above all else, continue to make progress. This is why my team and I feel it is of the utmost importance to ensure that any matter of communication coming out of Sony Music, whether it's a 140 character tweet or a 1400 word press release, is of the highest possible standard. To give you an example of the sort of tasks we deal with, we'll touch on the campaign we're working on currently, which pertains to the piracy epidemic that is currently sweeping across Australia. As a business, as well as providing the highest quality services we can, we would obviously like to see a profit returned. Due to the recent increase that has seen Australia become one of the worst offenders internationally for illegally downloading films and music, my team and I are currently working on a mass media campaign to tackle piracy and push for the government to crack down harder on pirates. According to a recent study published by News Corp, 14% of 12 to 13 year olds, 36% of 16 to 17 year olds, and a staggering 54% of 18 to 24 year olds have been found to illegally pirate films and music. Given that the demographic reported as the worst offenders is one that is heavily influenced and active by and around social media, we're gearing our campaign towards them in an effort to reduce the impact of piracy not only on ourselves as a business, but also on the wider Australian community to ensure our local film and music industries continue to survive. Hopefully this has given you a bit more of an insight into my role within the business and how crucial the role of communications manager is as we move into the future. As technology advances and our reach increases, the need for good communication is more important than ever, and it is my pleasure to be able to take the lead when it comes to this and run head on into whatever awaits us. Thank you for your time.